Today's topic is the theory of yin and yang, and I'd like to talk about how things come from the yin side. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. As I talk about today's theme, that yin and yang come from the yin side, and as I open up about myself, to be honest, I'm actually feeling a lot of pressure. My surroundings are just one happening after another. The truth is, I have an English speech challenge. Oh, it's Mr. Oshima. Good evening. I want to focus on the English speech challenge, but for some reason, whenever I take on a challenge like this, don't unexpected things always happen. Whenever you try to do something, don't all sorts of things occur. For me, right now, everything around me is full of unexpected events, and I'm finding it hard to focus on myself. So many things keep happening that make it hard for me to practice properly, like not sleeping well, losing hair, and although my mouth ulcer finally healed, I've been having physical issues like headaches and all sorts of things happening. Yeah, whenever you take on a challenge, all kinds of things are bound to happen. How about you all? Does this happen to you too? I think you could also put it this way. After learning that things often come from the shadows, after studying the theory of yin-yang and the 5 elements,
I realize that even if my current state is yin, I now understand that after the yin comes the yang.
I became more optimistic. Of course, I still feel pressure and stress, so my hair falls out and my sleep is shallow. There are all sorts of things like that. But compared to before, I think it would have been much harder for me. I would have taken things much more seriously and become much more troubled. But now when I suddenly come to my senses, I think, oh, it's just that I'm in a negative phase right now, but things will shift to the positive, so it's going to be okay. I feel like I've been able to change my mindset in that way. In the past, though, I really couldn't stand the weak version of myself, who felt pressure and was vulnerable to stress. Now finally, I've come to feel that even my weaker self deserves recognition, and I can acknowledge I'm doing my best. I think that's a really big change. Last year, I took on the New York Challenge, and this year, it's the English Speech Challenge. By taking on these challenges, I get to see where I currently stand in various aspects. And from there, I work on making improvements. At first, I really didn't want to admit to my weaknesses, but now I've come to accept that even those weaker parts are still a part of who I am. I think it's because I keep challenging myself. Honestly, some people might say, do you really need to go that far and keep taking on challenges? But it's when I've been able to grow. Yeah. When there were no worries or pressure. Maybe when everything was just going my way. How about all of you? When have you experienced something that led to your personal growth? Looking back, of course, the happy and fun times are important moments in their own right, but I think the times when we really grow are actually when we're struggling, worrying, floundering, or facing inner conflict. Those are the times that lead to growth, in my opinion. So, as a result, I think it would be amazing if we could choose to enjoy the pressure we're feeling right now. I believe that a real challenge is probably something like this. I tend to be weak when it comes to pressure and stress. I feel that being able to enjoy this current state might actually be my true challenge. Yes, and when I focus on growth, I realize that it's more about adversity than about luck. Yeah, I'm in the midst of asking myself if it's not when I'm lost or struggling, but rather when I savor each small step forward, one at a time, that I truly grow. If I can just focus on what's right in front of me, I've also started to think that there's really no such thing as failure. Good evening, Ichan-san.
I keep making excuses saying I just can't find the time because I'm busy dealing with all these happenings.
But even if I can't do everything perfectly, if I can still find a way to enjoy it, then I really think that growth itself is success, turning a pinch into an opportunity too. Lately, I've come to realize once again that it's really up to me to turn today into a successful experience. That's what I wanted to share, so I decided to do this live stream. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. The day of my English speech is coming up soon, so I'd be really happy if you could leave some supportive comments.